Today we're talking about window locks and the 5 key points to take note of when you are looking for a replacement. So I'll just explain the locks first before I get into those 5 key points. So this is a standard window lock that you'll find in many windows, which is a standard 16mm rail, mushroom cam, inline gearbox, and you'll find that in the majority of windows. Here we have a offset gearbox, 16mm rail, mushroom, same again, but the only difference is this sits offset and the actual rail moves rather than the independent cam on a standard lock. Another type is usually found in timber and reversible windows, which is a tongue of spag, also known as a hook. You have 3-piece locks where you have a centre gearbox and a chute bolt each side. These are usually cropped. These are usually supplied on one side and then cropped down, which then they connect to the gearbox. Then you slide that over, and then you screw it in place. Another type is a U-rail. Again, independent cam, but the rail's actually recessed in the U-rail. Normally used on timber windows and windows without a Euro groove. As you can see, that rail is in between that back plate is in between the U-rail, and this one is just at the front where it sits in the Euro groove. You also get universal locks, which come with a little blue packer that make it into an inline, or you can remove this, which makes it into an offset. So it's great for the trade van or a quick repair. The get out of jail lock, as it's called. And found on most new builds and secure by design windows is the twin cam version, whereas the cams interlock to the keep when it's closed, just for that extra bit of security. So to go through the 5 key points to look for when you are replacing your lock is, once you have it removed from the window, the first point is to measure the width of the rail to see if it's 16mm or the old 30mm. Second point is the back set. So you want to take your tape to the edge of the rail and measure to the centre of the spindle hole. Normally these are printed on the gearbox. As you can see, this one says 20, but if not, just put your tape against the edge of the rail and measure to the centre of the spindle hole or the centre of the screw hole. Third point is the type of cam that's on the lock and the height. This is just your standard mushroom, and it's an 8mm standard height. Fourth point is the overall length of your lock. This one is 400mm. They come in various sizes: 280mm, 300mm, 400, 600, 800. And now the last point is to check if the gearbox is sitting in line on the rail or sitting offset. This makes a huge difference because this will not fit into a window that has an offset lock. If you remove your lock and you're still having trouble identifying it, please email us across. We stock the majority of all these locks and we'll be happy to have a look at it. If it's not available, we will have an alternative for it, but you'll find the email address in the description.